Hello, 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 world. This is your host of Aim to Purpose Spiritual Empowerment Hour, and this is Louise Hicks. And I also have coined myself as the Mad Black Woman. And I'm just going to come in here quickly and not make this long. This is going to be a short. And that Mad Black Woman is for motivated and determined to help elevate our people to a higher level of consciousness. And the reason I'm coming in now is to discuss the state of California and what is going on in the State Assembly Judicial Committee, whereas Assemblywoman Kate Sanchez has taken it up on herself to vote against the reparations bill that's within her committee right now. And I just want to share with Kate Sanchez a little bit of information and educate her because obviously she is not educated based on what she is saying. So let me go ahead and share that with you. And please share and subscribe, share, thumbs up, leave your comments because it's ridiculous. And I call people like her bigots, prejudice, baby, diaper, adults that needs to go back and put a diaper on and become educated on slavery, chattel slavery specifically that happened in America because of her reasoning for voting against the bill where it's a proposal for $800 billion reparations for chattel slavery. And let me share with you, and then I'm going to educate Kate Sanchez, who is about 35, the age of my daughter, and I'm old enough to be her grandmother probably. And she claims that her grandmother is an immigrant from Mexico, whether legal or illegal, I'm not sure. However, let me share this, and then I'm going to shed some light on educating Kate Sanchez. So give me a moment here and let me share with you and bring some insight into her because she has the nerve to vote against a reparations proposal for the descendants of slavery. So here we go.
Economist consultants from the task force reported the total amount could be as much as 800 billion. 800 billion. That's 2.5 times the size of our entire state budget. To pay for that, you'd need a major tax hike unlike anything this state has ever seen before. I recognize and acknowledge the painful part of our history. The pains of our past should not be paid by the people of today. The majority of our state is Latino and Asian, making up 55% of our population. Most of them, like me, are first, second, or third generation immigrants who had nothing to do with slavery, discrimination, Jim Crow laws, nothing. It is fundamentally unfair to force these people to pay for this, and because of that, I will be opposing today.
Okay, I'm going to stop. Let's stop right here and let me shed some light on Kate because Kate said California makes up 55 or so percent of Asian and Latinos. Let me share with you. I've lived in California before she was even born, moved to California right out of high school as a citizen of the United States. So let me educate you, Kate Sanchez, why you're hating on Black folks. Your kinfolks came to California illegally. Many of them went to school there using the resources of citizens of the United States. I graduated from high school in Louisiana, moved to California, and guess what? I wasn't allowed to go to college free like your kinfolks. Plus, I paid taxes and still paying taxes while your kinfolks are getting free, all kinds of freebies, and have been the medical freebies, the welfare freebies, all kinds of freebies. So, what about your kin folks who have come here and they have never spent one day in chattel slavery. So you're telling me that your generation and generations past are not responsible? No, you're okay with that. However, my generation and generations past are not responsible for your kinfolks fleeing from your country when you did not, nor your kinfolks, stay there and fight for their rights. You said you are a Mexican immigrant. Do your people stay in Mexico and fight for rights there? But you think you can come here and deserve to utilize all the resources and the taxpayers, all these migrants are coming here using our resources. I pay taxes in California. In fact, I pay taxes in 3 states. And guess what? You wouldn't be in the seat you're in now if it wasn't for my kinfolks, Africans, fighting when you did not, nor did any of your kinfolks lift a finger to come out and fight for any rights for Black folks who have been raped, castrated, babies thrown to alligators, men raped, children raped. So you need to go and educate yourself. So what about your kinfolks? My kinfolks didn't uh, force your people to come over here. We were forced over here. Your people came over here illegally, your kinfolks. So talk about your own kinfolks and leave my kinfolks alone because your kinfolks are still taking away resources and using our tax dollars. And like I said, you wouldn't be in the seat that you're in today if it wasn't for my kinfolks paving the way, my African kinfolks. So for you to vote against reparations, that is not a freebie, it's a debt that's owed. Who works for free and being beaten, hung, all of the atrocities upon my kinfolks, my ancestors, when your ancestors are here now, many of them still illegal, utilizing the resources, and you talk something about your grandmother and how they worked hard. So did my kinfolks, my ancestors work hard. And guess what? They didn't get paid for working. Plus, they were treated worse than dogs. So you need to shut your mouth. I'm glad the others didn't feel like you did with your hateful self. So go somewhere and do a soul searching of your heart and speak about your own people and all the resources they are still getting over here. Look at what the Biden administration is giving these people. They're in luxury hotels, giving cars, vouchers, utilizing our tax dollars. Those are your kinfolk. So you go and address that. And they're in California, all over California, because I'm a Californian and I pay taxes to help support your kinfolks. And if it wasn't for my kinfolks, you wouldn't be in the seat you're in today. And your kinfolks back in the 60s and 70s, and I'm 73. So I'm telling you what I know. They didn't lift a finger to fight for any of the rights that we have, and we still aren't free. We're still fighting discrimination in jobs, discrimination in housing, and Black people are not asking for a handout for anybody that's unrighteous minded and think, no, we're not asking for a handout. We're asking to be paid for the debt of what our people did to build this country. So you need to shut your mouth up about you and the Asians because neither one of your kinfolks have gone through what Black folks have gone through in this country through chattel slavery, as you mentioned, Jim Crow, and current. So for you not voting and voting no, it's because you are a bigot and you're very hateful and prejudiced. And I'm Louise Hicks, the host of this podcast, Aim to Purpose Spiritual Empowerment Hour. And go do your research because you're full of hate. And thank you all for my supporters. Please subscribe and leave your comments because, like I said, I'm the mad Black woman and that's motivated and determined to help and support my people to a higher level of consciousness and to fight against bigots and prejudice and hateful, evil, corrupt politicians, particularly ones like you who is still a diaper baby adult. So you need to go put the diaper back on and go educate yourself and stop hating on Black people because Black people are owed a debt in this country and Black people are not over here asking for any handouts. Our people built this country on their blood, sweat, and tears and treated worse than animals. And I'd love to repeat that for you because you need an education. So shut your mouth and go do your education from a 73 years of age Black woman who knows what she's talking about because she lived it and you don't have a clue what you're talking about. So shut up and go educate